For its 1,500 V-Bucks. And because they made a change, they changed the animation on how you get on it, and I don't really like it. Because you float for like a second on top of it, and then you land on it, and I don't like it. And then, I would get the vision pickaxe, but I would also gift it to you because you have no skins. So I thought it would be nice, and it's a sweat pickaxe, and you like to sweat. I thought it made sense. Yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do, sir. Wait, do you have two buffet? Oh, by the way, but you can trust me. Just enable it and tell no one you enabled it. Because some people start begging you for things. Like, I can't tell you how many people have begged me for the vision pickaxe today. And the crystal skin when it comes out. All the sweaty things that come out, they absolutely beg me for it. Because I've gifted lots of people things, and I've gifted them lots of things. The most expensive something I've ever gifted was I gifted my friend 2 legendary skins and a battle pass, I believe, in a week. This was Summer Season X. He got like his 2, I believe it was called, what was that skin called? It's called, like this Moisty Merman. Yeah. Oh, Moisty Merman. It was Moisty Merman. And some other skin. So yeah, people beg me a lot.
Never heard of hardcore Minecraft.
Yo, imagine that. Imagine how good the vision pickaxe. Because what? So by any chance, do you know how I could refund my llama corn thing? Cause it's okay. Hold on, I'm gonna do that too. I don't. Yeah, llama. No, it's called the Dragacorn. How to refund your. How to refund your Dragacorn? Get your refund glider. I know. Refund glitch solved. Hold up. Why you can't refund the Dragon Corn Glider glitch? Get 2,000 V-Bucks back? What? Well, I bought it with the bundle, but since I bought it with the bundle, does that mean I can't refund it? Damn, it'd be like getting 500 V-Bucks extra back and not having the glider, because I bought it for 900 because my friend gifted me. Well, I bought both things, but technically it was like... So, what setting? Do I just go to refund? Submit a request? I can't. It says I have no refund. No, like, it says I have no refund tickets. And receive gifts from other... What? Of course I'd have that on. It wouldn't. I don't see how I can refund it. But don't you get V-Bucks? Cause like, didn't you get like, I don't know, like... Hold up, let me put my AirPod back in.
And it had specific animation.
Alright, so, don't you get V-Bucks at all? Like, cause, like, you did get V-Bucks.
What's up, ladies? It's not me. I'm gonna make this video really quick. The only class. I bought one in it. It's as you can see, I've used my refund. But will let you refund it. Now it's glitched, so if you don't have any remaining, it won't let you recommend. So you'll have to wait another. But could be into. Yeah, could be a while.
You need your refund? But but if you had the glider, would you refund it? I mean, if you had the glider, would you refund it? I mean, it is a pretty cool glider, but they changed the animations kind of bad now. I mean, would you refund it? Oh, I used that all 3 times on emotes so I could buy the Star Wars pickaxe. Go to my locker? My glider. Toggle favorite. You know, I think I'm gonna keep the glider. It is a pretty cool glider. I mean, it's a pretty cool glider. So, alright, next division pick that I can. Okay, so what you wanna do? I will force you. I will turn off that camera. I will end the call myself.
Huh?
I'm not playing on it. Oh, sorry. I'm just talking to my sister. Alright, so what do you want to do? This. You like those? Search boxes, search boxes. The grotto. Oh, I need to do my challenges. The grotto's an easy challenge. Can we go to the grotto? No, the yacht.
Why?
To take ammo boxes and chests.
It's just echoing.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it could hear itself. Wait, can you hear yourself? Wait, can you hear yourself though? Can you still? You probably shouldn't be able to now. Going to be playing.
Are we-
You wanna go to the grotto?
Hello?
Oh, I said it twice. Well, I was smart. My hand was covered in mic. Yeah, here you go. Oh my god! Oh, where did he even get a pump? This isn't fair. I told it looted chest and someone has a pump. Hey, party leader, so we can play with Bob, please.
That's their
not fair, but it's just sneak attack. And it's just unfair.
Like, really pop.
I just okay. No, I'm landing salty. Nicho. Wait, do you think bloody pickaxe. Malibu. Hello? Default chicken, bloody pickaxe. Beware axe hammer. They got that attacking me too. Hold on, I need to go.
Is it?
Yes, I've successfully equipped the AirPod. Yes. Now I can play Pokemon Nicholson and Fortnite at the same time. Yay. Wait. When did you become a big sweat? Yeah.
Oh, I actually landed on it. And I had not.
You used to suck. Oh wow.
I'm sorry.
But do you think I'm better than you on PC? Like me on PC? Or
I know.
I was on PC a few days ago. It's up and running. Probably right. 2 hours. 2 hours. It takes me 30 minutes to get warmed up.
I'm so happy. I love how
I need these weapons. I need these nuts. Can I have my this drum gun, please? I can actually hit my shots on this. So can I please? Oh, wait, what? Yes. He died. I enjoyed it. Uh-oh. Where is he?
No, I don't. Oh my god.
Here, take this if you have no weapon of any sort. Did he get Midas?
Oh, she got the utility.
Anyway, I want that one gun. Mark my words, we will get out of the agency alive.
No, he just took my gun.
Damn, I got him. Put up some builds. Wait, is he shooting Mr. Midas? No, I want that trick. Give it to me!
There you go.
No, actually, I am.
I was so close.
I got the drum gun. Fight me. But I just killed the person that killed you. I'm proud of that. I just... Did you take my... I killed 2 people. Susie. Look at my kills. I have 2. You have 2. We both killed close by ourselves. It says well, for me, I have 2. Sometimes it takes me a bit for the game. But can I just, stand in the, wait, stand in the middle and let me, okay. Not my fault, I was assaulted. I want the drum gun. I'll never have it. What about my code? Like those. Why am I always the one? Why wasn't I the one in the back? That's not fair. I'm always the one who's getting shot. You're just there to take my kill. Can I please have that drum gun? I never have it. It's fair. And I got it. So. Wait, when did Cuddlepool get a back bling? When did Cuddlepool get a back bling?
Wait, did you have to put out the thing?
Really? Oh man. Wait, did Raven get a back bling? Oh man, now I wish I got it. A red ribbon would be epic.
Oh, why?
Leave, please, now. Pokemon, the puzzle starts now.
Say 5.
5. So, should I play Pokemon or should I still play with you? Malabine. You want me to stay and play with you, or I feel kind of useless. Can we not land agency? Tap, Vook, Burb. Oh, these are my Pokemon. I'm playing in the console and they named one Vook, one Tap, and one Burb. I will love that name. I will love that name. Wait, what was I doing now? Can we please go Grotto? I love that minigun. You really want the only sweaty weapons, don't you? Why you gotta do me like that? Spray. Yes. And it lasts so... In solos, I have wiped 19. But can I have minigun though? Alright, if you see an ammo box or a chest, I need to open that. I don't know. Just basically, please, I just love to do my challenges. Yes, and I have a current challenge to do it. Do you want a heavy? Do you want a heavy or a regular assault rifle? Can I please have Can I please have that Brutus? You said one for green. You should do it. Brutus, you better be up here. Did you find Brutus? Oh. That's not fair. This is never fair. Can I please have them in the room? I won't stop asking. Excuse me, I did not die with you. I've never once died to the grotto or died while I've always won the match I've had the minigun with. I have never once died. And I have people who can prove that. I have very well have people who can prove that. With the minigun, I have over 10. Why did you get to loot it and get everything?
I just created like a
Can I please have minigun? Minigun. Can I please have minigun? Please? Yes, you did. Oh god, oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Trying. Fight me. Fight me! Nah, I'm gonna give it to you because I'm not a bad person. And it's fair anyway. Wait, did I not collect your card? Damn, I thought I collected it. I went straight for the kid. I don't have a single shotgun. At least have the... Ouch! Stupid henchman! Oh. I'm sorry I'm taking so long to heal before I go anywhere. I'm just escape now. Please don't. I'm coming for that with you. Please. I'm so sorry. You should not. Not really. I'll give you the rocket launcher. Yes, minigun. Minigun almighty. Yep, no, so I just did that. Split ammo. Split. There you go. Happy now? No. Okay, my kid, just in case we in storm. What? But what about me when I specifically asked for the drum gun? Like, come on, just go get it. Go read up. But I asked, and you said, you can read that. I know, that's why you wrote up. Yes, that is the big... Just stop asking.
I really like how it's been like
I don't like it when people imitate me like that. It usually makes me fall. So don't do that. I wonder if I could attack me. You need a shotgun? You are not the one with better aim. Ouch. You think I don't believe you? I believe you.
And they taught her.
And now I'm lagging. I am lagging very hard. Oh no, I'm lagging on incredible level.
Because, like, I don't really want
Not on my watch. You could, you live. I hate them. Man, I should have side graded the assault rifle. You wanna? Pretty sure there was some. What'd you find? Oh, selfish. Grandma goes there. Even though I'm not with you. Alright, there's, I found small fries. Guess they just disappeared. Yes I do. Slurp fish is too far.
thing that I really want.
I am. I am legally blind. How long have I been in this fight with a Choodle? I guess you can. Well, I gave you rockets though. Oh my. Do you want a launch pad out? I don't have rockets. I gave you all of mine. You know, I'm running in a circle. Or no, I guess I just went actually. I see. Oh, the airdrop? Okay. I can't because the helicopter hover is blocking me. Or I just need HP. Yeah, you take it. Yeah, you take it. What'd you get? Launch pad. No, maybe so. Did you know launch pads are like bounce pads, but when someone was just rude and I'm gonna go kill them. Damn, I could hear it from that far. Oh, okay, I'm screams. Woohoo! I like Pokemon's. I hit them once. I snipe the persons. Sniping the persons. That's my thing. Oh no. I am blind. See me good with minigun. I don't use aim assist. How many times must I say that? I will show you a screenshot of me not using aim assist. You need that swordfish more than me. I'll take a swordfish. Or not. I'd like a swordfish. Okay. I hit it. How many kills you got? Oh, but yeah. I've crashed pads just in case of anything. Let's get it. Pistol? Oh my god, that's okay. Should I take that pistol? I like pistols. I'm not sure if I want to drop it. What would I drop it for? That's not one. That's the one thing I don't feel like. I have a blue pump. you can hit your shots more with that. I can't do anything with that. I've checked grenades at lazy. Let me check. I have rockets. Or a rocket. Yup. Do you want a launch pad? Or are you going? What's the most launch pads you've ever had? I've had 7 launch pads at max before. Uh-oh. I know scope. And I... Give me them booty chains. Give me them booty chains. Oh my god, oh my gosh, you're on X game. Oh yes. Wait a second. Hold up. Did you know there's a rare achievement for having a full inventory of mythical weapons? It's a cool achievement. The unknown, my friend. Yeah, I'm definitely at it. Found them. Yeah, as soon as I said it. I hit him. Get it. Oh my god, oh my god, X gamer mode. I probably should have used the minigun. Ooh. Yeah, now you have the full inventory. Wait, have a full inventory of mythical guns. It's close to. Oh man, it's 4. If he had a mythical, that would be epic. Yeah, no epic. But Meowscles' weapon is a thing. Alright. Pokemon, the puzzle begins. It does? Yeah. Yes, I did. You couldn't get away. You used Peck. Oh no, this is bad for me. I can't use this Nakomo now. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. That'd be bad if I lost the building. That'd be extremely bad for me. Attempting Pokemon episode. It is. We like Christmas trees. We like Christmas trees. Does anyone even pick up Tina's Boombo? I mean the regular Boombo was... Oh wait, no, Tina's Boombo was called the Boombo. The regular Boombo was so much stronger. I believe in you. You just gotta believe. Oh god. Imagine you back to the pistol. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Oh god. That's. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. You're alive. I have no idea how you're alive. I would have immediately died there. Or not, maybe. You like Pokeballs. Okay. Okay. It's a slight problem. Is this the last person or is there 2 more? Alright. Okay, I have a question for you. What would you name? Just think of any character that resembles a white bunny with red tips or orange tips. What? It says I have 4. Okay, so think of a name. Just think of any. Oh, I need to search up just anything. I need this. Just think of a name that you give for a bunny that's red that hops a lot. But not hoppity. Hippity hoppity. Oh, that'd be a stupid name. Hippity hoppity, get all my property. Wait, should I call it hippity hoppity? Hippity. Who's this? Hop. Oh, hey, gamer god. P. Okay, why is... yes, they're my friends. Why is there so many of them? When did they join? I'm desperately confused. Alright. Get off.
The girl said she's gonna get free
Hippity hoppity, get off my property.
Oh,
Oh no. Yeah, no, I'm naming it Roast.
a neon owl, a neon parrot,
Roast.
a turtle,
Yes, that is the name of the roast.
another neon unicorn.
Wait, green screen? Okay. Green squirrelion. Green squirrelion. Da. The gamer god is level 229. What the hell? What is this? I'm confused. Doo-doo. I repeat, doo-doo.
Oh, she's gonna.
The gamer god does not have meowscles. He does not have a... What? What the hell is this? I'm sorry, gamer bot. I can't do this. I'm sorry. You did this to me. I cannot believe. How the hell did he get level 230? What is this doo-doo? When he get a battle pass, doo-doo. There's no way you can get a level 130 levels within 2 days. That's impossible.
No, just wait for her.
I cannot comprehend that. What?
He will be our. No. Okay. I had frozen streets around me.
I got Swift.
I actually got.
Okay, bye, dude. Got things to. Bye, dude. Got things to do. Peace.
Defend the intel case. Make your selection. An intel case has been taken. Intel case dropped. The case has been returned. An intel case was dropped. An intel case has been taken. The case has been dropped. An intel case has been taken. An intel case was dropped. An intel case has been taken. Intel case dropped. Nice work. Intel case returned. Capture the case. Make your selection. An intel case has been taken. Intel case has been dropped. An intel case has been taken. Intel case dropped. An intel case has been dropped. An intel case has been taken. An intel case has been taken. An intel case has been taken. Intel case dropped. Intel case has been dropped. An intel case has been taken. Intel case dropped. An intel case has been taken. An intel case has been taken. An intel case has been taken. An intel case has been dropped. An intel case has been taken. Nice work. Protect the case. Make your selection. expertly managed defenders.
Yeah, you're trash.
Huh? Brother.
He's the Meowscles.
I'm the season 1 skin. My cousin is Meowscles. He's actually not gonna lie. No, I'm not. I'm the season 1 skin.
Bro, this kid is a sprayer. Caleb, who did you just kill? Because he's a sprayer.
This storm is retarded. I'm just gonna say that. It's killing
Whoever
everybody.
Caleb just killed is actually so trash.
Oh, I didn't kill him. He died in the storm.
I know.
Everybody's
But
dying.
who you were about to kill?
People on keyboard and mouse. Kill champ.
Yeah, like
Holy-
seriously, Caleb.
Oh, I thought you were running to his storm. Low? You were so low.
He had 69 health and you tried to pickaxe him.
Well, how would I know? You think I'm spectated?
Like your mom, which is not. Ah, the storm almost murdered me. Ah, it almost murdered me a second time.
What's up, brother? Yo, I'm not gonna let you. Watch out for fall damage. What this guy? I was like, I'm not gonna let you get that chance. Then this guy just popped out of nowhere. You can restore your game.
What the? That hit him in the butt.
That sucks. Which season have you been playing since?
Oh, Caleb's in the other channel.
I've been playing in season 8.
I've been playing since season, like the end of season 4. No, like early season 4.
Dude, you're actually cracked. I said that you were a fake default. Apparently, I knew it was true. You're cracked.
He said you were a bot, and then he's like, nope, never mind. This default cracked.
Oh my gosh. Nuh-uh. Luke, that was
Yeah,
you. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you said he was bad at first, and you're like, oh god, never mind. He's cracked.
Nah, you said most people were trash.
How did you not die? You stupid. You had to trap me in a cone. How did you take no fall damage?
I did. I just had a flip juice on.
Put it though, because I'm the one that knocked you down. It should have showed me taking.
Luke, I didn't even mean to call you.
I don't want any harm, okay?
Me neither. I'm being.
But you're still trying to murder me? Okay. No.
Wait, what? Yeah, Storm sucks. Not gonna lie.
Like, why does it have to be a one tap?
Yeah. I know it's.
Stop! Don't beat me with Legos! Are you retarded? are soft Legos that are made of plastic and metal. Stella said Legos that are soft are made of plastic and metal.
I'd be more mad if they were big Legos.
How? Why
I was
are
on
you
the ground the whole
third-partying?
time. No one's
Yeah.
shooting you, dinkus.
I was shooting at someone. Oh, I mean, drugs, right?
Wait, what? At this.
Caleb, what are you doing in there? Drugs. Drugs. Yeah, you think we don't know that? Damn, Caleb, you actually bought that dance? I know, but when did you buy it?
When it first came out. Not when it first came out, but
Because it first came out in season 2, and I don't think you were alive.
no, it wasn't in season 2. It was in season 7.
Stop beating me with Legos! Ow! Ow!
For anybody else, did the storm just come in and pass it?
What the? What the? Sorry, I was getting beat with Legos.
Imagine we all died. I would actually be mad.
I wonder who would win.
Me.
Yeah, I doubt that. You always win.
Please, 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 please.
Third party machine! Damn it, no one was there.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Holy shit! Who knocked me down? Yo, Tears, you at me?
What was that? Yo, who knocked you down, by the way?
You, Luke?
You want a third party? Then I'll knock down.
I didn't third party you though, that's the thing.
The one time you did.
Yo, Tears, you at me? You at me?
What the? Huh?
What's up, brother?
You, Mr.
Watch out for a
Lodge.
storm. I would watch out for a storm if I were you. Yo, who's still trying to kill my kill? Well, I'm about to die, so it's not my kill.
Oh, you're
Watch
dead.
him. Luke, are you spectating me?
No.
No knocking down, by the way. Here, no knocking down.
Kib, do you know who'd steal your kill? Cause I know.
I really don't care.
I can see that, big boy.
I'm about to edit on this kid. Yo, I'm lagging. Yo, this kid.
No, I am so low. 28.
I'm lagging so much.
I'm doing. Stop. I'll stop if you stop beating me with Legos. Wait, what did he say? What did he say?
Yeah, we're
Are you guys PC kids?
This mic is echoing.
Am I what?
Yeah, I am. I'm being knocked down. Luke, stop actually dead ass. Holy shit.
How did you know I was a
You're the only one on the fucking ground. Oh my god. Up all.
I don't know who it is.
And Luke, you're actually gay.
How? You're the one that said that. I didn't knock you down. You died from storm.
No, you knocked me down.
Yeah. You four.
One on. White it. Two.
Can someone tell me what's happening?
My cousin is blaming me.
My cousin's retarded.
Yeah, of course I am. Duh. What the?
Headshot? Ooh, big tag.
No, this storm.
Did you guys not see?
Why didn't you shoot him?
I know. He could kill me like 19 inches. Or something like that. You knocked down your retarded.
Luke, you're gay, so
Who's? Okay, what? How did that not hit it?
What?
Who's third party? Dang, can you not?
Shoot.
Ow! What is this?
Can this guy?
Ow!
Oh, that's good. What?
I'm going out.
Yeah, this jelly's.
That kid's on control.
The jelly skin is too OP.
He's not OP. He's
I want him, please.
If I can play random board, then we're gonna be on my team.
lasered.
What the? Oh my God! What?
I'm on controller.
Holy sh! I think I know. What?
Kid, your mic's echoing.
I know. Yours is too.
It is. So, my man, good.
Who do you think the second best here?
Huh?
Who do you think the second best here?
It's definitely not Caleb. Caleb's not the third, fourth, or fifth best. He's not even on the list. Cause he's the first best. The best one is lobby. Well, not lobby. Phil, so you never know. Could be like West that are way better than us. I know, right?
Yeah, I'm already done with my bed.
Ever since he joined, he's never lost. If he lost any health.
The Ripley kid's garbage. My just hits for like.
Ripley's not good.
I made another
Oh
medal.
my god! The Ripley just died his swing. This man got the luckiest 180.
I shoot 144 though.
Even for 180, so lucky.
Get the body, he put it on.
Luke, he's trying to trick shot. They'll try to kill yourself soon. Door. It's up to you.
Look at this. Oh my god. That was the first time I actually died there.
What? Get that
100.
Thank you. Yeah, should we do like a 3v2? Us three versus them two.
No, after this.
The game wasn't behind.
The one with hacks?
Does anybody hear that?
Yeah.
I hear in the back on damage. Holy shit. I'm about to shoot, I swear.
I'm building on a metal up top.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to hug and put it in. Go.
I hear sweating going on. Oh, that kid dead. I hope I die right now. I actually think I'm gonna die from either Storm or you. I'm lagging so bad.
Guys, when you die, go back to home.
I'm probably gonna win. Got him.
Okay, I put in 3D, go.
I'm going in it. Who started it?
I don't know. Probably the other guy.
Also, we're the only ones in this. Yo, I just can't with that noise in the background. This kid's
Oh, God.
sweating. I just can't.
And no knocking down. Oh, I'm about to jump down. What are you talking about? This is the attraction. About to get beamed. Oh, never mind. I see that. Not. Holy shit! How
Did you just get double swept?
Shoot him! Dude, this man be on my 90s. Get off there! Holy. This man got height. He really be launching on my 90s.
Yeah, it's me, Caleb, you idiot.
He really been launching on my 90s. I'm done.
Bro, I landed on the launch pad and I died from fall damage. Literally
You dog shit.
dead center launch pad?
No,
What?
you're not using it. Move. Brianna, no, move.
Brianna, get out of the room! Brianna, shoot! Get out of the room! Brianna, take
You fast.
Brianna,
Shit.
get the charger and leave, Brianna, now! I'm in charge
Shut
one
the
more
fuck
over
up.
Sylvan. Stella, can you not? Okay, I'm putting this back in.
Who's cooking some meat in the background?
Stella's throwing Legos in a pot.
Did I get him? Oh no. Oh, I'm about to get you. You better watch out, kid.
That's mine.
If I were you, I would come here. If I were you, I would jump down.
Why? Then you're just gonna... Oh, God. Did you really try to put him down there?
Don't try.
Right. Everybody's in this now. Wait. Somebody's got a teammate. That is not fair. I'm sending that kid to the court.
Nah, I don't care. I'll be sweating then.
Lena, look what
Oh, I guess Caleb's already built the sky limit. Like, how?
Yo, who's knocking my ass down? Chill. I'm not Sam Booga.
Got him!
Shit.
No!
Getting like third party everywhere.
Where were you at?
Dude, this game dog shit. I'm at 4
I
health.
know that. You have 4 HP?
Nah. I don't know what you're talking about. Get away from me.
No,
Holy
kid!
Ah,
I just got third party.
man, serves you white shit.
Also,
Actually,
so you wanna know something funny, Caleb? I knocked one pillar down, 2 seconds later, another kid knocked another pillar down and knocked him down. Technically, I didn't knock you down. The other kid did. I just knocked the pillar down. Kill, I dare you to go in that room to get the loot. Damn it, you piece. What if there's another one on like the other wall that you didn't see and you just died?
Oh! Wait, what? That's his wall?
No.
Big
Caleb is 3 HP.
They don't know.
Yeah, Caleb, I know that. Caleb literally has 3 HP.
With what? They don't. It's actually hilarious. Yeah, bro, you want some of this? Oh, I'm a bot. I was about to say, I'm Sam Booker. I want to mess with me.
It's a 9 tick.
Is someone watching you?
Oh my, look at this! Oh! He just straight up. He broke.
Before, that's because it's exclusive to the Java version of the game, so it's only on computer. And this difficulty setting makes Minecraft way harder. It definitely earns the name hardcore. But most notably, of all the rules with hardcore Minecraft, probably the worst one is that if you die, your whole world is deleted. Doesn't matter if you put a ton of work into your farm or your walls are really high, if a creeper ends up creeping up on you, it's over. Again, this is only on the Java version of the game, so you'll have to play on computer if you want to try out hardcore mode. I ended up just going with a random world. No particular seed or anything like that. And now finally, here we are, day number 1. I spawned in a forest biome which had both oak and birch trees, so at least I'll have a lot of material. But honestly, it doesn't really matter where we started. My objective is just to not die for 100 days. And you can not die anywhere. It was a very dense forest, so I was chopping for a while. I'll make it look decent eventually, but for now we're just going on survival, so I'm going with dirt windows. It might be 20% dirt, but if it has a door, it's home. I also wasted a good bit of time building a mine shack right next to my house that I would never use, because when it got dark I went to my main house and then just built a mine there. For our first day we did pretty well, had almost everything, but I was getting a little bit hungry. And hardcore Minecraft is the only version of Minecraft where if you get too hungry, you can actually die. But I figured I'd deal with the food situation in the morning. I can't go out at night, so figured I'd just mine. I found a lot of coal and iron, which is great, but there's still so much to do. So now it's the next morning, day 2, but it's raining outside, so even though it's morning, it's just as dangerous as night. Whatever, at this point if I die I'm only losing like 20 minutes. Again, I spent most of my time just clearing out the area. It was filled with trees. And right as the sun started to go down, I had a pretty cleared out area, and even had a wooden fence to help keep out the zombies and creepers. You know, I loved those dirt windows, but I think glass ones will work a little bit better. And thanks to all those trees I farmed, I also got enough apples to keep me alive for a while. I mined at night, because there's nothing else better to do. By the morning of day 3, it was still raining, but these apples aren't gonna last forever. I've got to set a farm up. Thanks to all my work the previous 2 nights, though, I had a bucket, which made it a lot easier. It's a humble farm, but in a couple days it'll feed me, and I won't die. Haha! I had a lot of cobblestone, so I decided to put it to good use and build a protective wall. I really shouldn't have done this at night, though. As you can see, right as I finished, a creeper creeped up on me. After that creeper scare, I decided to spend the rest of the night mining more cobblestone. It was a nice bright sunny day on day 4, so I chopped down more trees. My entire compound is surrounded.
Spamming, bro.
Surrounded by them. Skeletons, zombies, and even creepers have been known. And the rest of the night mining more cobblestone. It was a nice bright sunny day on day 4, so I chopped down more trees. My entire compound is surrounded by them.
Luke, you leave your cousin for your friend. That's actually...
Zombies and even creepers have been known to hide in these things, so I feel way safer with them gone. However, after 4 days of mining trees in the daytime hours, I started to pile up a decent amount of wood, so I began construction on the 2nd story of my house. Sure, it's a little simple, but it's very functional. Compared to some of my previous attempts, I'm actually doing very good for day 4. No skeletons have killed me yet. I've got a house, of course I've got my little farm out there, and I even have a bed, so I can sleep through the night. peacefully. Day 5, I was working on expanding the farm and also making it safe with these cobblestone walls. I did just the tiniest bit of exploring and found a nearby swamp, but I've been known to get lost, so I'm not gonna venture out too far. This time I adventured a little bit too long, and it got dark on me, so the monsters came out. On hardcore mode, all of the monsters in the game not only spawn more often, but they're also more deadly. So I ran back home. Just never go out at night. This is not a joke. But again, thanks to some sheep who are tragically no longer living, I can just sleep through the night. All I did for the entirety of day 6 was farm trees. The tree cutting continued well into day 7, but by this point I kinda got it to a point where I was comfy. It did take a while, but I got a sizable chunk of land cleared out. No spooky stuff hiding here. Though ironically, as soon as I went into the forest, I could see that a skeleton was hiding in the trees. This is exactly why I'm clearing it out. Day 8, I'm back to exploring, but this time I have a boat and a little more knowledge of the surrounding area, so I probably won't get lost. I really wanted to find a village or town. They're one of my favorite aspects about Minecraft. I didn't find one, didn't find anything actually, mostly swamps. I still had some daylight left, so it's time for my first harvest. From here on out, I'll be eating bread. Farming definitely kept me pretty busy. Remember, if you don't eat, you die. I did not end up sleeping through the night day 8. Instead, I worked on making my mine a little bit more accessible. And now it's the start of day 9. I don't remember why I made a sign. I must have felt proud or something. Clearing the largest forest in the world has definitely given me a good amount of logs. So in the sweet daylight of day 9, I upgraded my house again. Clearing the forest takes a while, so moving up is way easier than moving out. And obviously it took all day, but I built up to the 4th story, which gave me a nice look of my land. Oh, you gotta know I slept up there. It's day 10, and I'm still alive. It's probably a good time to invest in some armor, even if it's just iron. On hardcore mode, you need it. Any one of those mobs in the right situation could easily kill me. I also expanded my wall and changed it all to stone, just to keep the monsters out better. At this point, the dream was to surround the entire area in a nice stone wall. Obviously, that was gonna take a while, but a stone wall surrounding my entire compound is gonna keep me very safe. By the end of the day, I got most of it done, but it doesn't have any torches on it, so it's still fairly dangerous out there. But I wasted no time and spent all night mining instead of sleeping. Thankfully, because I'm recording this, I can time out the night and day cycles pretty easily, even underground. I woke up early for the harvest on day 11. The crops were coming in great. Food was never really an issue for me. I had tons of apples from cutting down every tree in existence. I just really like the agricultural aspects of this game. But obviously, farming is nowhere near as fun as wall building. My wall looks a little interesting in certain places, but you gotta forget about vanity when you're playing hardcore Minecraft. It's all about survival. So again, when the sun went down, I went straight into my mine and didn't come out until the next day. Day 12, I was minding my own business when some raiders showed up. Good thing I built this wall. Without the wall, I would have been swarmed and stuck in my house by these raiders, but thanks to my wall, I was totally fine. I was even able to use a certain corner of my wall to safe spot the raiders, so I could kill them without taking damage. Unfortunately, every time you kill raiders, you get the bad omen effect, so this thing's stuck on my screen. Don't worry, I'll get rid of it in the morning. Well, the first thing I did was make a compass. I told you earlier I have a habit of getting lost. To cure myself, I simply had to find a cow, extract some white stuff, and then slurp it down. I also brought 2 lassos, so I could take some cows back with me to start on my animal farm. I also grabbed 2 cute little piggies. There's no point in naming them. They'll be dead soon. There's no pen yet. They just live in the inner wall. Still safe. And you know, by day 13, I'm feeling pretty safe too. I've got some high walls and 10 bread in my inventory. And then look at that. During my nighttime mining, I even found some gold. Gold is one of the main ingredients in a clock, which allows me to keep really good track of the day-night cycle. Obviously, during the day, it's pretty easy to tell that it's daytime. But at night, when I'm in the mines, it's always a little difficult to tell just how long you've been down there. But with this clock, I'm the master of time. Not space yet, but we're getting there. I stumbled upon some lapis lazuli as well. For a second, I thought they were diamonds and peed myself a little. Day 15, I started on a second wall outside of my first wall. I spent all day building my outer wall. It's really starting to become something. Obviously, it's not perfect though. There's still a couple dark spots, and that's why I came out at night, to make sure I lit them up. Morning of day 16, wall construction was gonna continue, but I saw a witch and a couple other mobs, so I decided not to this time. I didn't even mind. Farm time's the best time. And you know, for every foot of wall, I've gotta take down 3,200 trees, so it takes a while. Day 17, I was minding my own business, cutting down trees, when I found an unexplored cave on my land. It was a lot bigger than I thought, and this could possibly be where a lot of the zombies were coming from. Good thing I found it. I did find one creeper, but I had the high ground. I was fine. Day 18, I was clearing out trees for the wall until my axe broke. That's fine, gave me a chance to go back home and switch out my torches for lanterns, just to flex a little. It was a long day of wall building, and I'm almost done, but I went to bed early. And on the morning morning of day 19. With that final wall placed, my perimeter is finally secure. I stayed out at night for day 19, just wanted to make sure that all of the little dark spots were covered up and no monsters could get in. Monsters could definitely get in. There's a lot of dark spots. And of course, any spider can climb right over that thing. Though I will say on hardcore mode, the mob spawns can get a little bit intense, and this one zombie is a lot less deadly than 40 zombies. Anyway, at the end of the day, I ate right before bed, even though mom told me not to. Day 20, with no more wall to complete, I constructed this bridge that's pretty small and totally useless. I was pretty much just trying to find a way to burn the daylight hours. I'm waiting till night to check the wall again. Went up to the top floor of my house to check the lighting on the wall. From up here, you can see exactly where all the dark spots are. I think the caves in this section are contributing to some of the zombie population. I went with some simple lights, but it's fine because everything the light touches is my property. And I was lighting up the wall all night until daytime the next morning. I still had a couple monsters spawning on my compound, so day 21 I went into this cave and made sure that every square inch of it was owned by my estate. And you know, I'll always make time for a little bit of farming. The compound's really starting to come together. It's very safe. It's not totally free of monster spawns, but most of them don't come here anymore. And finally, because I could build through the night, I was able to build a pig and cow pen pretty easily. You know, maybe some of you out there could do a little bit more with 21 days, but I'm proud of myself. Now that my home base is more or less secure, I'm working on branching out. I can't stay here forever. I got plans to find the ocean. I want to move in every direction. Explore this entire land. But first, I'm gonna expand my house a little bit, so I need the sand to make glass. Day 23 was the first day of house construction. Remember, it's a little easier to go up than out. I have literal mountains of wood, so I had to figure out something to do with it all. I spent all day constructing room after room of this house. It's gonna be a tall one. Yep, 7 stories up, and this is only the beginning. Remember, I didn't want to spend too much time on my house. It's not about vanity, but I spent another day on it. 10 stories of wood, all collected from the trees around my spawn. Isn't it beautiful? So I immediately cranked it up to 32 chunks and stood on top of my glorious structure. I didn't really learn anything new. I'm surrounded by mountains and swamp. And honestly, I could stay up here all day, but we should probably move this video along. Day 25, I switched out my birch lights for redstone ones. It's a little bit of a flex, but I think it looks nice. And I'm just as bad at redstone as I am at life. I ran out of cobblestone for my wall, so it's back to mining at night. The clock helps a ton when I'm down here. I can tell that it's just about to be— oh, those are diamonds! Yes! 5 of them. This is good. I made a sword and a pickaxe. I think most of us probably would. So day 26, with iron armor, a diamond sword, and most importantly a compass, I set out for more adventure. It was getting pretty late and I ventured out pretty far, so it looks like I'm hunkering down for the night. I couldn't sleep, so I just sat in the house and waited until morning while I ate food in real life. I went a little past sunrise, probably had to poo or something. On the road again, mostly just looking for villager towns. I really like those things. I didn't end up finding a town, but I found a desert ruin and some sort of outpost. I've looted desert ruins before, so I decided to go with this one first. There was a creeper inside, but honestly that's pretty standard. I actually lost about 35 days of work when I died to a creeper inside a jungle ruin. To my credit, it did lag a little bit and I had my shield up, still died. Anyway, back to the ruin. I can see the chest, but I know it's totally a trap. I took my time, I was extra careful, everything was fine. Hey, a little free TNT's always nice. I got a couple emeralds, some assorted bones, no diamonds or anything, but it was definitely worth my time coming down here. And it's getting pretty late, so we'll handle that other thing tomorrow. I made a pretty lame structure and then just stood there all night. Alright, now it's morning. Time to take on the pillager outpost. Lol, just build! There were a lot more of them than I thought, but I had a lot of bread, so I'll probably be fine. It seemed like they only spawned outside of the structure, so I went inside and barricaded myself in. The loot wasn't great, but I like carrots, so that got me a little excited. Oh wow, this got very out of hand very quickly. Most of them died because they shot each other in the back. It was very sad. I ran away, but with sweet victory. And my belly full of loot, I ran through the night to my home. I made it back fine. I could see my house from a mile away. I only had 8 carrots, but using the bone meal I got from the desert ruin, I was able to get those rookie numbers up quick. After farming, I spent most of the day fishing. There's a couple rare items you can get from fishing, and it's easier than going through dungeons. At night, I decided to upgrade my house, at least the first level. Putting different layers of wood is one simple thing you can do to make your house look pretty homey. One day, I think all the rooms will look this nice, but obviously, as you can tell, they're not. Day 30, I ventured out in search of chickens. I came back with sheep, which, you know, I guess I needed 2, whatever. And after all of day 30, I never did find chickens, but 2 llamas is just as good. Day 31, I found chickens, but I had to lure them the old-fashioned way. Good thing I can cut all of that out. It took all day. As you can see, it's dark now. I generally try to wait to harvest my crops until they're all fully grown, but I was just so excited to get at those carrots. Now I can finally start breeding all of the animals, except the llamas. I don't want more of those. It was kind of rainy on day 32, so I decided to redo my basement. I spent all of day 32 just making my basement look nicer, and I think I did an okay job. Day 33, I really started to get this animal farm underway. It's not just meat. Animals are used for a lot of different items in Minecraft, and that was pretty much it for day 33. I thought about mining, but decided against it. Day 34, I did a little more exploring and found a nice little meadow with a ton of flowers. I also found some roving pillagers, but with a little bit of building, it's pretty easy to take them down. And getting rid of the bad omen trait isn't a problem anymore. I've got access to unlimited white stuff. You know, going up to the 10th floor every night to sleep never got annoying. Day 35, I started on a bridge that would connect my land to a nearby shore. It took a little bit longer than I expected, but I wanted to make the part around my land a little nicer. After building the wall, I gotta do something with all this cobblestone. And everything you're seeing on screen now is a full day's work in Minecraft. Kind of underwhelming. And by the end of day 36, the bridge was completely done, complete with safety rails and torches. Day 37, I decided I was going to extend this granite road further into this mountain. However, the mountain was far chunkier than I could ever imagine. So if it's alright with all of you, I'll just skip the next 15 minutes of me mining. Took about half a day's labor at day 38 to break through the other side, but it felt good when I did. I spent the rest of the day making it look pretty until it got dark, and I got scared. There's a massive birch forest on the other side. This is going to be a pretty cool road. Originally, I went with this stair design, but eventually I do scrap that and go straight across. And at the end of day 39, I was kind of wondering what I got myself into here. You gotta understand, I'm on day 40. This is the longest I've lived in a hardcore yet, at least when recording this series. In almost all of my deaths, I get bored, try something risky, and die, so I really want to avoid that here. And keeping myself busy with a massive road project seemed like a good idea at the time. Well, I always make time to go back and check on my cows. Day 41, I built a simple birch home on the other side of my tunnel. It's a little pit stop. If it gets dark and I'm on the road, I can just sleep here. I have some big plans for this road. I want it to carve through this forest. It's gonna be beautiful. One of the problems I immediately started running into is there is a lot of trees in this forest. Just wait, it's gonna take a few days of hard labor and then it'll look great. Can't wait to get up and do the same thing tomorrow. Honestly, I've been living this lumberjack lifestyle for a while now. Clearing trees is no problem, and it actually works out. They'll supply most of the material for this road. Day 44 was pretty much just more of the same. Constructing the road, clearing out birch trees. That's pretty much it. But by day 45, it was really starting to come together. This thing is looking pretty nice. This is very dangerous. I should not be doing it. You know, if I didn't have this birch shack, I probably would have died a couple days ago from staying out too late. And by day 46, the bridge was complete. No safety features, but complete. That's what I did on day 47. Made it look a little bit nicer, and also put up some fences to keep the mobs out. Day 48, I started building my shelter on the other side of the bridge. This will be a nice place to come to if I ever get bored of my main compound. But as you can see, even after a whole day of construction, it's not done yet. Yep, still out here day 49 until nighttime putting on the roof. But this was the last step. It's nothing special, but it is a little bit more property for me, and I'm proud that I have it here. We're back in the main camp for day 50, just tending to my crops. Gotta keep those carrot numbers up. I also did a little bit of work on extending my farm. It could never be too big. Food isn't really an issue anymore, but if I ever find a villager town, I need to have a lot of farmland to trade with them. I just worked on it all night peacefully. One of the nice perks of walls. I wasn't recording for the first day 51, but I don't want to confuse you all, so I'm just gonna show you this day 51. I wanted to find the ocean, and I found a big river that was just through this mountain, so all of the real day 51 I was carving through. Boat travel's really nice, because it doesn't take up food, and most enemies can't get you if you're in a boat. So yeah, now we're finding the ocean. Something else to keep me busy, and not dead. I obviously get distracted easily, because day 52 we're already working on icing out the bedroom. That honestly didn't take too long, so I had time to follow the river, hopefully to the ocean. And kind of like when I built that birch shack for working on the road, here I built a swamp shack. I would describe it as cozy. It's very functional. I just ended up mining all night. Now it's been 3 days and I still haven't found the ocean, so I went up a mountain to try to get a better view of the land. I didn't really get much, but it kind of looked like this river might be a good bet if I could connect to it. This is probably the most dangerous thing I've done so far. It was a long night of canal construction, but an uneventful one. By the time I got back to the swamp shack, it was basically morning. But I was right back at it in day 54. This is probably the largest part of man-made river I had to make. And finally, there it is! I can see it! The ocean! It was nighttime though, so I had to be quick. Cobblestone shack. The canal's not totally complete yet though. I'm trying to get one stretch of water connecting my house and the ocean. And as much fun as watching a full day of mining might be, I decided to cut it out, and I'll just show you the completed canal. There's still a couple rough spots, but it's one complete stretch of water, all the way to my house. It's nice. I was able to time out the entire trip on day 56, and from my ocean shack all the way back to my house, it only takes about 5 minutes of normal time, or about half a day in Minecraft. But now on day 57, it's finally time to go out into the ocean. There's great loot in the ocean. Ruins, sunken ships like I have here, tons of stuff. I mean, just to show you right here, in this sunken chest, I found a diamond! diamond! I also found a treasure map and potatoes, which is awesome. Yeah, me and treasure maps have a pretty interesting past. Here I am, day 25 of another hardcore Minecraft attempt. I bet you can guess what happens. Yep, I was going for a treasure map and drowned. I was way more careful this time. It meant a lot to me to get this treasure map. Yeah, sure, it took a while, but I found it and didn't die. Can you see now why I wanted to go to the ocean? Look at all that great loot. Day 58, I found another sunken ship. I'm on a roll here. Honestly, this time around, I was most excited about the little bit of jungle wood. And right as the sun started to set, I found it, the villager town. Day 59, I began by stealing everything I could get my hands on. This one had a brewing stand. Those are insanely hard to come by. Ah, they have cats! Cats! Unfortunately, my inventory is absolutely bursting. I have to make a trip home before I can come back here and get more loot. But you know, when I got back home, I felt like fulfilling another dream of mine. Kinda like the treasure map, this is gonna go back to another hardcore playthrough that I died on. In an old playthrough, I trapped a zombie under my house in this convenient little containment chamber. It also had a lever where you could drown the zombie if you wanted to. And I'm building another one, but this time I want to trap a creeper, so it'll be a little bit more difficult. It took all of day 61 to wire it all up. I said earlier, I'm not that great with redstone. However, by the end of the day, the containment chamber was done, complete with auto drown mode. Day 62, I waited until night to test out my containment chamber with this zombie. They're pretty easy to catch, though I quickly realized that if I try to do this with a creeper, I'll probably end up dead. I went with a safer contraption for getting the creeper in there. Basically, the pressure plate will get him through the fence, and then he can't get back out. I'll walk over this tile, which the creeper can't, obviously, and then I'll get him in there with a bucket of water. But first, we must fish, and for a while, and I'll tell you in the morning why. If I want this creeper to stay alive forever, I'm gonna need a name tag. And you get those from fishing. So I fished for all of day 64 and didn't get a name tag. And guess what? In day 65, we're still fishing. You know, statistically on game 66, it should have dropped already, but hasn't. Yes, I did spend 3 days fishing, but it's peaceful and safe, which is all a hardcore player wants. I'm not just looking for the name tag. There's a couple other rare items that you can get, like a saddle, which will give me horses, but I didn't get any of them. So by nightfall, I gave up. I'm just going back to the ocean. I started off day 69 by getting to know this dolphin. Nice. If you give them fish, they'll take you right to treasure. It's pretty easy. I ended up finding a lot of treasure with this method, and even found a buried treasure map. I was very careful again. I know what happens when you're not. It didn't even take that long, just a little bit of digging, and I found it. It was packed with loot. Look at that thing. There was no way I was gonna sleep on day 69. When the sun came up the next morning, I was already looting another pirate ship. I'm still not done though, looking for treasure, saddles, name tags, really anything. Honestly, at the time, I could tell I was visibly pushing my luck out here in the middle of the ocean. I should probably go home. You know, as I pulled up to my ocean shack, I kinda realized that this thing needs a little redo. Yeah, definitely not safe. I can't even sleep in my bed at night here. Now it's the morning of day 71, and first things first, we have to make this ocean shack a little safer. I found through this playthrough a gate and wall is pretty much all you need. This simple little shack turned out pretty nice. I can fish into the sunset. And I fished all night again. I'm still looking for that name tag, or a saddle. And even though it took a little longer than I thought, on day 72, I finally hooked that name tag. I waited until night to take my river passage home. Remember, it's about 5 minutes, so I was able to skip most of the night doing this. You know, I haven't really gotten a good look at my treasure chest since I started hitting the ocean and fishing a ton. It's getting pretty full of loot. Anyway, now that I'm back home, you gotta know exactly what the first thing I did was. It doesn't really matter. I was just stalling for nighttime, where I'm trying to catch a creeper. And I got him with my expert creeper trapping contraption. However, I forgot a crucial step on how the name tag works, and the creeper exploded. So, guess I'll have to try again tomorrow. Creepers don't die in sunlight, so in the morning of day 74, I was actually able to try again. I trapped him easily. That wasn't the hard part. I obviously know what I did wrong now. I'm using the name tag totally incorrectly, but I'm amazed I did this 2 days in a row. So here's what I did wrong. In order to activate a name tag, you have to use an anvil. Then you can rename the name tag, which then renames the creature. I'm gonna name this first creeper Elbaton. Took a little longer than expected, but you gotta remember this was a dream of mine. And now it's real. And because I put a name tag on good old Elbaton, he'll stay there forever, never dying, but sometimes drowning. I guess I need another project now. Huh. Wonder what I could do. Well, of course there's always that. By this point, I realized I'm level 38, and that could be used for a lot of seriously good enchantments. But you gotta have a lot of different items if you want to make a proper enchanting room, and one of those items is sugarcane. I'm not sure how, but I always forget to make a sugarcane farm until I really need it. I also have 0 sugarcane to my name, so I had to go out boating looking for some. Sugarcane grows pretty quickly, so starting off with 30 is gonna be real great for me. I'm not done yet though. Day 77, I was still looking for wild sugarcane. And hopefully while all of that grows, I'll be able to work on another part of my enchanting room. I'm gonna need some obsidian, and I know a spot where I can find some lava in my old mine. I only want to do this once, so I'm gonna mine enough for not only my enchanting table, but also a portal into the nether. But I had no idea I was gonna find some diamonds. Well, I found 1 diamond. Exactly 1 diamond. It's fine. Day 78, I started construction on where my nether portal was exactly into the nether, but I had no idea I was gonna find some diamonds. Well, I found one diamond. Exactly one diamond. Yeah, it's fine. Day 78, I started construction on where my nether portal was going to be. I like it to be in my house and look nice. And by the end of the day, I ran out of my fancy stone, but I think I did a pretty good job anyway. I spent the rest of day 78 psyching myself up to go into the nether. Today's the day to the nether! Oh no! Not a bad spawn point. At least there isn't any lava around. Step 1, I enclosed the portal in cobblestone. This should help to keep the monsters out. I also got some glowstone, which I can use to make some fancy lights. And that's pretty much it. I got scared and went home. You gotta remember, I'm on hardcore. Day 80, my sugarcane farm wasn't at maximum capacity, but it was pretty close. But ultimately, I'm gonna need some more diamonds if I want to make this enchanting table, so it's back to mining. Around the start of day 81, you can check the clock in my inventory, I found an abandoned mine shaft. This is technically a dungeon, which means there'll be loot here, but I'm also gonna be insanely careful. The last thing you want to do in one of these places is get trapped by a creeper in one of these small areas. But if you're gonna find diamonds, this is the place you should probably look. And I found some. Well, just one diamond again, and it was guarded by a creeper. I still picked it up. The deeper I go into these mine shafts, the more nervous I end up getting. But as long as I keep finding diamonds, my hope level's going to be at an all-time high. So now it's pretty much the start of day 82. I know I've been underground the whole time, but that's what the clock's for. I've been just insanely lucky. You can see here I had to fight my way through, but there's more diamonds. But again, it was only those 2. Why does it keep doing this to me? My inventory was getting pretty full, and by this time I had found 8 diamonds, so I figured it was time to go back to the surface. I was very safe about the whole procedure. No need to die after you've gone through the dangerous mine shaft. It was still the nighttime of day 82, so I probably shouldn't be out here, but it spit me out right near my canal. So I made a little boat and got home quickly and safely. Day 83, we can just take some time to look at some of my treasures. It's literally full. Yep, keep looking. I know you're jealous. Then I smelted some iron or something boring. Yeah, I know. You just want to look at my treasures. Here, one more time. One crucial ingredient to an enchanting table room is lots of leather. So, sorry cows, but I'm gonna have to kill some of you. Listen, with a diamond sword and the correct leverage, there's no pain. And after crying through that experience, I now have everything I need to make some bookshelves. So day 84, I put together my enchanting table. It's not perfect yet, but it's getting there. Currently, the only thing I have enchanted is my shovel because the durability on it was pretty high. I think when my sword and pickaxe run out, I'll enchant those too. I also upgraded my enchanted fishing rod, which really helps a lot with finding rare items. I'm still looking to fish my way to a saddle. I don't have a horse yet, and I really want one. And within 2 minutes, I got a name tag. That's just fine. I fished all night with this enchanted fishing rod. My hope levels were at an all-time high. I fished on day 85 too, mostly because I wanted my sugarcane to grow, so I had to stay nearby. And thanks to my enchanted fishing rod, I finally got my saddle. As you can probably tell, I was very excited, because now it's horse time. But first I wanted to use that name tag I found earlier to add to my creeper collection. This one, I'm gonna name Tors. I didn't even have to use the bucket on Tors. She went into the hole herself. Now that looks cozy. You know, I never anticipated in my wildest dreams that I'd live at this level of luxury. Day 86, I built an incinerator. I have so much trash I gotta get rid of. I put it in the basement behind the stairs, next to my nether portal and creeper chamber. And you know, I made it look pretty nice for a glorified trash can. Also, because my realm is so well connected, I know exactly where to find some planes. And I found a horse. There was another one too. If this one dies, I'm good. Day 87, we're gonna start off the day with a little horse exploring. Horses can't travel across water, but they can go up mountains pretty easily. Look at this thing. This mountain was the only thing blocking my path in this direction. And remember at the start of the video, I said I wanted to move in every direction. And on top of the mountain, I cranked it up to 32 chunks and could definitely see another villager town. So now I'm just working on a simple horse track through the mountain. It doesn't have to be as clean because I'm not going to be doing this on foot, only on a horse. Most of the job and most of day 88 was just clearing trees. I feel like it's the start of the playthrough again. And by day 89, I built a track perfect for horses. I'm not going to do this on foot though. It'd be dangerous. By the end of day 90 though, I was almost done with the entire thing, building the last little leg through the swamp. Yeah, it got dark right as I connected to the villager town, so I figured I'd take the short trek home. It only takes about a minute. And you might notice this is a different horse. Yeah, the other one died. It happened on day 89. I just didn't have the heart to tell you. He fell during construction. That was all that was left of him. It's fine though. He helped. And now I have a great horse road. I'm back in the villager town in game 91, grinding up some
That's what's almost. Obviously going in that 2-3. That's what's almost.
Some of these villagers, if you manage to get one to max level, they can sell you some pretty nice stuff. It's a shame it took me so long to get horses. I could have set up this route forever ago. Because I have a massive farm, by day 92, I was already at master level for one of the villagers. He'll sell me golden carrots or glistening watermelon, which are just so rare. There's a few other villagers I'd like to level up too, but there's no way that's gonna happen with all the zombies running around. But for now, they all seem to be safe inside of the well. It shouldn't take long to fix up this villager town, it just needs a little bit of love. Generations of creeper attacks haven't been kind to it, but I'm here to fix it now. And after the town was certified safe, I let all the villagers out of the well. However, unfortunately, on the way back through my horse road, I was attacked by a skeleton. He didn't do that much damage, but my horse despawned. I'm pretty sure he's still alive, but not certain. I was horseless game 94, so I couldn't really go back to the villager town. Might as well hang out here. I spent a good bit of time constructing my throne room, because every house should have a throne room. Mine is quite comfortable and lavish, and has a great view. And you know, for the sunset, there's no better spot. Good news, I found my horse. He wasn't dead like the first one. I only have a little bit more time left, but just enough time to set up a little house in the villager town. With a big enough potato or carrot farm here in town, I could easily get enough emeralds to max out all of the trading villagers. It only took me a day to build, and it's not much, but I think it blends in pretty well next to the other houses. And now if I want, I can sleep amongst the villagers. Nice. Day 96, I worked on my own personal property, and even installed a horse pen, so I don't have to tie him up to the well. Day 97, I had to run back to the main camp to get supplies for an iron golem, and I started doing chores, which chewed up my daylight. But I was back in the villager town by day 98, and I brought with me an iron golem. There already was one, but he stays on the edge of town generally, and is pretty useless. Now that the village is saved, last step is setting up a farm so I can exploit them for their resources. And that was pretty much it. I saved the villagers and rode off in style. It was gonna be dark by the time we got home. Perfect for day 100. Immediately when I woke up, I noticed a bunch of pillagers on my property. How did this happen? I was planning on revisiting all of the different areas that I built throughout these 100 days, but it looks like this is gonna take a little bit. I don't know how they spawned amongst my animals, but I know several of them are gonna die. That's pretty appropriate for hardcore Minecraft though. This game is pretty unpredictable. Ultimately, I vanquished the loiterers and drank that sweet, sweet white stuff. Now there's no way I'm gonna be able to visit all the different areas I made, but I should honestly just farm. It's probably more useful. There's still a lot to do, and if you guys want to see me go to 200 days, well, I'm gonna need this produce. I like Minecraft. I could do 200 days easily, but if you guys want to see it, make sure to like the video and also subscribe. And What's going on, Minecraft fans? Luke the Notable here. In this video, I'll be surviving 200 days in hardcore Minecraft. The first 100 days can be watched here, just click the card on screen. But now it's time for day 101. So here we are, back to the only reality that matters in day 101. The entire compound's the same from the first 100 days, complete with creeper collection. But of course, in these 100 days, we're gonna have to get right to work. We have some serious objectives. I really didn't ask too much of myself on the first 100 days. The only objective was to not die. But now with most of my infrastructure set up, it's pretty easy to survive, so I'm setting my sights a little bit higher. Mark my words, by the end of this 200 days, the Ender Dragon will be killed and I will have beaten Minecraft. But until then, we gotta do some farming. Well, farming, mining, exploring, killing, tons of stuff. It's gonna be a great 100 days. And here it looks like day 101's just about over. Very productive, but still a lot more to do. Day 102 began with the clearing of more land. I need to make tons of space for a farm. Using only carrots, I can employ this entire town for their entire life. They're not very smart. I have the carrots, so I make the laws. I worked all day again. Only 98 more days until my date with the Ender Dragon. Sorry, still working on the farm, but if anything, it should show you how important it is. However, no farm is complete without a wall to surround it. Yep, I'm gonna build a giant wall again. I honestly think it's one of the only reasons I'm still alive. I doubt this one will have 3 different layers, but one good stone one is all you need. For now, the villagers are safe inside of the well, but I'll never feel safe until I have a completed wall, so I went to bed early again. But day 104, we're back at it, building the most important structure in my entire town. I think I've survived so long because I try to take those extra safety steps, like wall building. Sure, it might take a while, but once this wall is set up, I'll feel a lot better hanging out in this town. And this time at night, instead of sleeping, I just stood perfectly still in one spot so my crops could grow. I am dead set on finishing this wall before I do anything else. I'm gonna spend a lot of time in this town. Can't have creepers creeping up on me. Construction was going pretty good until I ran into this hilly portion of the villager town. I'll get through it, but it was definitely easier to build walls on flat land. And again, I chewed up all of day 105 just constructing my wall. Time well spent. It's a little better, but you can tell there's tons of dark spots throughout this entire town. Still pretty dangerous. But you know, these crops are looking mighty scrumptious. Day 106, I heard some nagging zombies underneath the town, so I figured I'd go check it out. There's basically a small cave system underneath this town, and that allows zombies to spawn. I guess in theory they don't really hurt anyone, but I should probably get rid of these mobs anyway. Like my frog from 2nd grade, I'll cover it with dirt and pretend it doesn't exist. And then there was nothing else better to do, so I just worked on some more wall. By this point, I'd say about 70% of it's done, so zombies can still get in, but they can only come in from one angle, so it's pretty easy to defend. And for day 107, I could show you another full day of wall construction, but I doubt you want to see that by this point, so we can skip to the sunset and a completed wall. But the real test will be at night. I'm looking for any dark spots and I'm gonna fill them with light, but I'm pretty good at building walls and securing areas, so I really didn't run into any problems tonight. No mob spawns in the town this time. So in the morning of day 108, I figured there's nothing better to do than farm. Eventually, I'll be able to sell my crops to these villagers, but I've never done this before and I really don't know how the whole system works, so this is gonna take a little bit of figuring out. But until then, nothing will go to waste. I'll just stockpile my crops in this chest. I also need a couple more things back at the main camp, so I'm gonna take my horse road home. And now stocked up on supplies I left at night to make it back to the villagers. It's heavily nighttime, but thanks to my wall, I can work on my subordinates in peace. I know for an absolute fact that there's probably a better way to do this, but I don't know how to do that, so my way's gonna have to work. And now it's technically the next day, but I was so focused on getting these villagers to work that I actually forgot to stop the recording. So we'll just say day 108 was an extra long day. Whatever. Now it's day 109 and I'm just trying to get these villagers to go in these huts that they'll stay in their entire lives. So far, with my medial knowledge of villager occupations, I was able to get a master farmer and a toolsmith. But remember, I don't know much about the villagers. These green ones are actually called nitwits and can't learn a profession, so I wasted my time on him. However, I wasted no time at night, doing one final check to make sure that everything is covered by light. And hey, the crops are looking scrumptious again. So on the morning of day 110, I went straight to my favorite thing, farming. But I won't be selling them this time. I'll be reinvesting to make the farm even larger. And after 10 days, this village is really starting to come together. Look how comfy that guy looks. Hey, it's day 111. I don't know why I'm excited, but I am. Though pretty much immediately, I went back to the main camp. I gotta grab a few more things. One of them was wool, and even though my sheep farm is in violation of several health codes, it still produces. I needed the wool to make beds to make a villager spawner, which of course I've never made before. It pretty much chewed up the entire day, and it never worked. Awesome. And it's not like I didn't try. Here's day 112. I read all of Google. I even gave them food. They never spawned. Looking back, I'm almost certain it's because the room they're in is too small. Whatever, if you're not gonna breed for me, I guess you'll be imprisoned there for eternity. These villagers weren't a complete waste though. I was able to get a toolsmith to master and he'll sell me a diamond pickaxe for 23 emeralds. So now, thanks to my investments, I can basically turn carrots into diamonds. And with how big my farm is over here, that pretty much means I have unlimited diamonds. Sort of. And now on day 113, I'm going into the nether. Gotta keep you on your toes. I really haven't done anything in the nether since the first time I came here. and that was pretty brief. But if I'm gonna beat the game, I have to explore the nether, even though I don't want to. Even though I'm in the nether, I'm gonna try to make this as safe as possible, though I'm not gonna cut any corners. It might take a little bit of effort, but I feel the best way to travel through the nether is tunneling. And if I place cobblestone along the floor of the tunnel, nothing should spawn in here. I hope. Your days can get a little weird down in the nether, but now it's day 114 in the real world. And it took a while, but by day 115, I found what I was looking for, the nether fortress. I impishly stepped inside and even found some diamond horse armor. But while getting a lay of the land, I was attacked by a wither skeleton. I bonked him with my shovel and ran away. And I didn't stop.
We can tell that you're a jet engine.
Running until I made it home. Now it's day 116, at least I think, and I'm gonna redo my nether portal. I didn't change that much, but I figured a portal to the underworld should have some style. But it'll be a little bit before we go back into the nether. It's a very dangerous place, and I want to make sure I'm prepared. So I went back to the village and started construction on my diamond mine. I wanted to keep the exterior simple so it would blend in with the villagers, and I think I did an okay job. This is the part where most YouTubers would have 3 episodes of their Minecraft series dedicated to mining, but I can just snap it away. Aren't you glad you're watching the best Minecraft series on YouTube? I am. I constructed this mine to find diamonds, and I won't stop until I have enough for some diamond armor. And so far it was going pretty good. By the end of day 118, I had 14 diamonds. You know, I don't normally like to mine with a diamond pickaxe, but because I can buy them from villagers, this time I'm going with it. Then finally on day 120 with this massive chunk of diamonds, I should have enough for some diamond armor. I'm also incredibly lucky none fell in this lava. Not bad. Only took me about 3 days and I've got full diamond armor. So incredibly lucky none fell in this lava. Not bad. Only took me about 3 days and I've got full diamond armor. I don't have enough experience to enchant the full set, but at this point I'm just looking for one of these items to have some sort of fire protection. So now with some flame resistant boots, I'm back in the nether. One of the first things I did when I got back to the nether fortress is I installed this iron golem. I'm not really sure how helpful he'll be, but it's a good peace of mind. I also lucked out and found nether wart and soul sand, both very useful items. But I'm primarily down here because I have to kill blazes. That's what these creatures are. And somehow, I really don't even know how I got this lucky. I found an entire blaze spawn. This is likely the most dangerous situation I've been in this entire series. Great! I really took my time with this thing. In my wildest dreams, I'd love to have an efficient blaze farm, but I know I'm not good enough for that. Understand that I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but I also have really good diamond enchanted anti-fire armor, so these things can't really hurt me. It took some serious elbow grease to build this thing, but once it was done, I had a nice enclosure with the blaze spawn. The final product isn't very complicated. You can see it's made of mostly dirt, but it does work. Somehow, that all just went perfectly according to plan. When I emerged from the nether, it was nighttime, so I guess we're just gonna call this whole thing day 125. Now, those blazes drop blaze rods, which are turned into blaze powder, and then when added with an ender pearl, make an Eye of Ender, which is part of the end game. The Eye of Ender will help you find the end fortress, which is where you have to go to beat the ender dragon and beat the game. However, I almost immediately lost one of my Eye of Ender and burned down this forest in anger. Don't worry, there's about 1,000,000 more steps to beat Minecraft, and somehow chickens is part of it. I'm not sure how, but it took me 126 days to spawn an iron golem in my compound. There was also one of these traveling traders who showed up, and he was gonna sell nautilus shells. I know they're important for something. Too bad I left all my money in the diamond mine. Gotta go grab that. I didn't want to miss out on this trader, so I went right back, and he was still there. Using a heart of the sea and nautilus shells, I was able to make a conduit. I'm not really sure what it's for, but I know it's important. For now, we're just gonna throw it in the treasure chest though, and maybe come back to it if we get to 300 days. You know, one thing I've never really been proud of is my horse road. I know it's a horse road, but it should look a little nice, come on. And while I've never really had any problems with it, it's only a matter of time before a creeper creeps his way on it. So I'm installing some safety features. Yeah, who knows, maybe with enough work, this won't just be a horse road. It could be a people road. I worked all day on this side of the road, and at night, I added more lights to my main compound. You can never have enough. Day 128, I'm out here laboring, cleaning up the hilly portion of my horse road. I know in the past I've said it's not about vanity, but it's totally all about vanity. At night, I ran into an enderman, which is convenient, because they drop ender pearls, and I need those to beat the game. But he didn't drop one. I'm gonna sleep with the villagers for tonight, and then in the morning, I'll work on the horse road from this side. The villager side of the road is just way worse, mostly due to lack of public funding. I'm pretty sure I also built a good portion of it at night frantically, so that's never good. Kinda like that old birch road I spent 20 days on and never used, I'm gonna have this thing carved through the swamp. And by nighttime, I wasn't near done, but at least I can dismantle this old ugly piece of road. I'll have to do a little bit of work here on day 130, but you can obviously tell that this road is much better already. Yeah, the bridge is done, but it definitely doesn't look good on the other side. I guess we can skip to the nighttime of day 131, where it's still looks pretty meh. I don't know, there's a lot of work to do here. By day 132, I got the road to a point where it was pretty safe, but I started to run out of walls. So I guess I'll work on the mountain portion of the road then. This is easily the most hazardous section. I've lost a horse here. I kind of installed a big dirt net under the bridge, so if I fall, I'll hit this instead of the ground. And I don't really have too many plans for up on top of the mountain, but I definitely want to put some more lights up here so skeletons don't spawn anymore. I worked until the sun came up. I'm sort of getting tired of it. And I wasn't recording, but now I have a cat, so there's that. You didn't really miss out on much. I pretty much just finished up the horse road. Now I'm gonna start another project right near the villager town. It shouldn't take too long. That is, if this cat wasn't following me. I'm gonna handle this man. I decided to be nice to the little guy and give him his own house. That's more than a lot of the villagers in this town. And I worked on my mystery construction until nighttime, so I should probably go home. I don't really know why I'm pretending this is some secret. I'm just building a simple watchtower near the village. I was hoping that during the nighttime I'd be able to use this thing to fight Endermen. The plan didn't really work, but at least I have an amazing view of the village. And way out there in the distance, that might be another villager town. And even though my excitement was at an all-time high, before we do anything, we have to watch the sunrise. It wasn't even really that far of a walk to get to this town. Nice. The first thing I noticed is that this village is doing great. They even have children. Whoa! So the first thing I did, and the first thing you should always do, is lock all of these men in their houses immediately. It's as easy as ringing a bell, and then once the villagers go inside their houses, you lock them in there forever. And it was a long day, but I know all of these villagers are important. I actually care about their lives. But as you can tell, on the morning of day 136, it's obviously pretty dangerous over here, so we're gonna have to do some wall building. Thing is, my inventory's kind of packed right now, and I don't really have a main camp over here. So I'm gonna have to go back and get some supplies, but I don't have to worry about these villagers because they're all imprisoned for eternity. And this is just perfect. My stonks, the dividends! So before we head out on day 137, I'm gonna turn these carrots into emeralds. And I'm really hoping with this clean slate town, I'll be able to do a little bit more with some of the villager professions. One of the things I definitely need is a cleric, and I happen to have 2 of them. If you level them up high enough, you can buy ender pearls from them, so there's no need to kill endermen. Nice. The cleric's really the only one I care about, but I also happen to have a bunch of blank villagers as well, so I can get tons of different professions. Yeah, we've opened up another can of hard labor on ourselves, but you know, give us maybe 10 days and this thing should look great. Step 1 is create a farm. If I don't have any food, then I can't tax my citizens. This farm I wanted to not only be functional, but also look a little nice and have a little bit of an automated feature as well. But I don't know how it's already dark. I got like nothing done today. Though I wasted no time on day 139, this farm is really starting to come together. I said I wanted some automated features in this farm as well. It's not going to be too complicated or anything, but you'll see. However, before I could finish it, my eternal clock, the sun, told me to go to bed. Very early on day 140, I was able to finish up the farm, and I was even able to finish up the conveyor belt running underneath it. Now, when I harvest these crops, any that fall in the water on either side will be delivered to one simple spot underground, and all without redstone. We're also going to change up our wall building technique. I've got so much dark wood over here, I might as well make fences. It got dark, but now it's the next day. That's generally how it tends to work. Luckily for me, this town is pretty flat, so I was able to lay down a ton of fences in no time. And just like that, I'm about 10,000% more at ease. It's still a lot of area though, despite it being pretty flat, so this might take another day. Yep, just had to throw a couple more touches on the wall in day 142. This town really has seen far less bloodshed than the other one. It might actually turn out to be a good community. I think when this is all said and done, I'll probably build a proper house here, but I don't really have time for that right now. But my hard work's paying off already. My economy is booming. I even persuaded this cleric to sell me some ender pearls, which is really the whole reason I came here. Then at night, on my way back to the first villager town, I upgraded my horse. My other horse was terrible, but I didn't realize until I rode this pixelated steed. And by the morning of day 143, I had basically made it back to the main camp. I'm mostly just here to check on my pumpkins. I had never grown them before. Also gotta breed the chickens. All 10,000 of them. I asked Tors and Elbaton if they wanted anything. They said they were good. All I did, literally all I did day 144 was farm. I have so much farmland, it literally takes that long. However, my hard work paid off the very next day. I had 45 emeralds and went on a shopping spree at the cleric. Now that I have 12 Eye of Enders, I should be able to find the end fortress, but the sun isn't that high in the sky, so I should probably try tomorrow. And that's exactly what I did in day 146. I rode out into the great unknown, looking for the end. I found another town in a spruce forest and quickly stole all of their property. I rode all day and didn't find anything. It was dumb of me to think this was gonna be easy. And since I can't sleep, I just packed up in a tiny little shack and stood there all night, like a normal person. And on day 147, thanks to my Eye of Ender, I was right above the Ender portal. I'm about 2,000 blocks from the main camp, so I decided to make my own little dirt shack over here until I found the end. I've got to dig through an entire mountain though, so this is going to be a little difficult. Technically, early on day 148,